Hello and welcome to jobskillshare.org. Today I will be talking about a very important topic for people who would like to start an IT career. And the topic is pretty complex because this is where people are confused in the beginning where to start an IT career. How do they start learning for an IT career? Like, how do they go for something that they know that will benefit them? So this is what we are going to discuss today. Before I start this video, I want to tell people that my suggestions, my advice basically is coming from 15 years of experience in IT, and I'm still working in IT as a system admin. Also, I have people working with me who have different titles. So some are in cloud, some are in security, some are in coding. So they are giving me all the different type of suggestions also that how they're dealing with this type of questions. But of course, our target today is going to be the entry level. The first job that we are focusing on is the technician, the support, the help desk, user support technician, computer support technician. We're talking about this title today. How do you start that? What would be the best route for you to get started? So before we jump into these different type of areas, I want to tell people that whoever sent a comment on YouTube or email, I am going to answer it later on in this video, because in this video your answers will be automatically kind of like given to you when you watch the whole video, because that I'm going to cover most of your questions in just a lecture, because I want people to understand this. So the first thing let's talk about is degree. Degree is very important. For anything education related, you do want to go to some type of formal education like college and university. Now there's actually a good thing about not finishing it while you're in there, so don't worry, you don't have to finish it. And also a good thing about you finished it, don't worry about it, it's going to be helpful because it is going to help you, and I'll explain why. So first of all, degree is going to help you on your resume, whether you're whether you are right now currently going for a degree or whether you have completed it. Both way you can put it on your resume. One, you can say you're still studying, continue studying, or one, you can put a date and everything and certifications if you have done it, or if you have a degree, you can put that on your resume. So it's a plus sign. So we're going to say check on this, so that's a good thing. So the second thing is management positions. I put management plus. So degree is going to help you later on in IT career. Right now you may not get it. You may say, okay, I have a master's degree. What is the point? If I did masters, why am I going for a help desk position? Other people with masters are landing some high level jobs. Why can't I do that in IT? In IT, it doesn't work that way, especially these days. It's a very skill specific the whole environment is now very skill specific. So I'm going to explain this later on. But why the degree is going to help you later on is that when let's say for example, you were hired in this company and there's two help desk people. One, this is you, and this is another one. Now this person have A plus, you have A plus, and both are very technically good after 1 or 2 years or 2 years, right? So there's a manager position available now. So what will happen now? Both of you are in the same position, both of you have same skills, but what do you have that can impress your higher level people that, okay, you are worthy of manager because why? Because you have that master's degree now, because you have a little higher degree than this person. This person don't have a degree. So you see, this is where you also win, because you do have something, so you're going to use it later on. So don't just throw it away. Don't get discouraged. And if you're going for it, don't worry about it. You can still put it on your resume that you're doing it, and that's going to help you later on. Pay. When I put pay plus, the reason for that is that, again, this is going to help you later on, so you don't have to do too much for it. If you have a higher level degree, later on you're going to jump in pretty quickly because you have that. Now, sometimes maybe a company is hiring someone and they usually put something, let's say 45K, and they will put that in on your, like, when they call you, look, we're paying 45K. You haven't said anything yet. You go to the interview, you show them all the degree. Look, I got a master's and everything. At least I should get at least 55 or 50K. people are flexible in that. They don't just put a hard stop right there. They will, if they like you, they will kind of go up for you. That's how it works. But if you don't have anything, then it's not much you can do about it. They will say, okay, we're already paying you 45K. Nothing else is there for me to impress, so I can up it. So that's where it's a gray area, but still it's a point. You should think about that. So here's another thing. This is where you're gonna have problems. Okay, so I'm gonna put X in this: landing a job. Having resume, a good degree, and landing a job are two different things in IT. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is that when you go to the company, a lot of people may look at your degree, they get impressed, but they really don't care about that. When they go to the help desk positions or the entry-level positions, they're going to straight ask you questions about, do you know Active Directory? Can you add a person? Can you delete a person? Can you reset a password? Can you deploy a computer? Can you deploy computers? Can you do images? Do you know this? Do you know that? That's how they test the help desk guys. That's because, look, help desk is the first person in the company, and it requires a lot of training in the beginning to train someone, and that's what we're doing. I mean, we've been doing this for the past 6 years. Ask me when I do training. Trust me, some people may think it's easy, but I am burned out at the end of my training. So it's not easy for someone to you just came out of the college, you got the degree, and you just land a job, and now another person will be training you. Is he getting paid for that? No, right? So the things are so complex now that nobody will take that responsibility. So this is where you're going to have trouble. You're going to have problems, and that's why degree is not going to help you with landing a job, an actual landing a job, okay? Stress level is going to be very high. Now, the reason for that is it really depends on what kind of training you took in your college or university. Is that training near skills type of training? Are they teaching you something more related to work? Or are they also picking a certification and just going doing a theory, come check this book, do this lab, check this book, do this lab, check, and you're done? That's not going to work for you. So your stress level is going to be very high. The reason for that is when you start landing, even if you land a job, let's say in IT, we say that it's not like you can't land a job. You can land a job with nothing. I have made that video. Please watch that video. I'm going to put it in the description. You can land a job with nothing in IT, but that's where the problem will start. The next day you're going to start working and people will say, we have a ticket, assign it to this person, and you're like scratching your head. What is he talking about? Ticket? What kind of ticketing? I don't know. What is he talking about? So see, all these terms, the ticketing system, all these things are very basic for help desk, and you need to know that to start working. To have a less stress, then you need to do more than that. Your confidence is going to be very low. So when your confidence is low, of course, you're going to have problems troubleshooting. You're going to have problems going up, transitioning career. You're going to have confidence issue. And when you get to this point where you have confidence issue, that's where you get stuck in IT. And that's where people hate IT. So that's where, I would say that degree is good. No problem. If you did it, great. If you're doing it, still great. No problem. You got 3 checks in there. Certifications. Okay. It's pretty good for resume. Because, like I said, what happened is right now, the trend is simple, and I will be very straightforward. You have resume like this, and a lot of people may look for a degree, but, more than that, they may just say, okay, is this person applying for help desk position? So does he even know what type of certification he should be taking, right? So if they see A+, so they already know that you have committed some time doing a research. And the research, basically, the trend is that if you have A+, that is the first certification a lot of people will go for. It is not academic stamp that you need to do this certification. There's nowhere academically it says that you have to do this certification. You can do nothing in IT and still get a job. So that is my main point, that you're doing things to cover up all these points that I'm doing right now. Okay, so a certification, if you do it on resume, it's gonna look pretty good. Yes, that's good. That's a good thing right there. I'm gonna put degree in there too. So you got the degree, you got the A+ on and this is your other stuff, like your description, whatever, right? So landing a job, I put plus in there. Okay. Management, I didn't put it in there because A plus is not going to help you with management. You don't become a manager with A plus. You don't become a director with A plus. There may some people come in right now and commenting that, oh, I got a IT director position and I just only have A plus. Like I said, in IT anything can happen, but we're talking about kind of like what happens in a majority way of doing things, right? So landing a job is going to be a little easier than this guy. I say little easier, okay? I didn't say it's going to be really easy for you, because if I say it's going to be very easy for you to land a job, trust me, my whole platform is full of A plus certified people. So they're going to come and start screaming at me, what are you talking about? Because that's not true. They're still struggling with all this stuff. So resume is going to be good. Your resume is going to look even much better. Your landing a job ability will be at least better than the top one, because now you know a little bit. Now you can say that, look, I'm taking an A plus certification. That was a requirement, but I can learn more. I'm a great learner. And you see, you can start with that way, and then people will start teaching you. And then that's the normal way. I would say that's the old way, because A plus has been there for so long that's how people been getting jobs, you know. So the pay is definitely going to be good, because now you have certification. Also, you can add more certification, and so the pay is definitely going to be later on also getting better. If you do more certifications, of course you're going to get better with pay, and maybe with your more skills. And I'm not saying that all certifications are like, you know, theoretical based certification. Of course there are some really good certifications like AWS and all that. They're good certifications, you know, so that I'm not going to say too much about that. Your stress level will be definitely there, but it's going to be lower than the first one, the degree one, okay? The reason I say that, you're still not going to know how to use this certification. I have so many people came to this platform with certification. They have no clue how are they going to use this learning that they have done in the college or some boot camp or whatever, you know, online. How are they going to use this? What type of calls do I get? Where do I work? What type of environment? What if it's a service company? What if it's a non-profit company? All of these things matter when it comes to a real world job, you know, as an IT person. So certification is meaningless if you don't know these things. Of course, it's good. You should get it, and then you will learn it the hard way. But if you want to make your learning stress-free learning, then that's not going to be the case in this if you don't have a little bit more than that. Your confidence is going to be a little better than this person. So confidence is going to be like, I'm going to put like half check, because you're confident. Okay, at least I know where to start. It's A plus. You can do more research. You're a little more confident than the first person. Okay, now let's talk about the real world training, real world IT skills training. You probably didn't heard about this one, or if you have heard about it, this is a new trend these days. Ask anybody, if you get a job in IT and if you advance, a lot of people who have advanced, and in my experience, I have yet to see someone just bringing their degree and taking over my title or somebody else's title. No, it doesn't work that way. It works, you start with an A plus, even if you didn't have A plus, and you have been in a company and you show that you are a master of PowerShell, you're a master of deployments, you're a master of troubleshooting. I'm not talking about like a big master. I'm talking about just like, you know your stuff. You can move things around. You can do SQL stuff. You can you got a call and now you got solutions. It is not just about troubleshooting, but now you're actually giving solutions. You see how valuable you become for this company? That is called real world skills. This is the skills, IT skills, that you want to look for. So when you get this type of skills, what happens then? Okay, we're talking about this. If you have skills, then what you do is on your resume, you put that there. Even though you don't have anything to show that I am being certified by these big companies and these big colleges, but what happens is that if you apply to a company and they start looking at your resume and they say, okay, so you know about PowerShell, can you tell me about that? And you start, talking about PowerShell. If you talk about scripting, you talk about cloud, you talk about these major things that people are looking for, and you are good at it. That's where people are going to forget about other things. They don't care about this stuff. They don't care about it. Remember, somebody's running a company. If it's a private company, that's their business. So what are they going to look for? They're going to look for someone who is really good at their things, and how can they make their company better. So these two are not going to make it better with their education and their skills and their confidence. They're not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It is going to be this person who have more skills, right? He's going to be able to do it and do it that way. But still, that's I'm talking about just skills. It's not a real experience yet. This person haven't spent too much time. But think about it. This person is way better than this person in the resume. He's gonna have better skills terms in his resume. Landing his job is going to be very easy, which is basically the way you train yourself. You're training yourself for interviews. Not only that, when you land a job, so you're going to be better than these two, because now when you land a job, you know that there's a ticketing system that's coming tomorrow. There's Active Directory that I need to take care of. There's going to be some images that I need to take care of it. There's going to be some deployments. I already know about it. There's going to be troubleshooting. I already know the tools about it. There's going to be remote tools that I'm going to be using for remote staff. I know about the remote tools. I know I can use 2 or 3 different remote tools. I know even some of the well-known problems that I can fix. So you see how confident you are. Your confidence level is going to be very high than these two. Your stress is going to be low because now it's a good stress. These two are bad stress. This one is a good stress because now you're saying, oh, I learned this in the course. I did these things, but this is something new that I learned in this company. So that is my experience now. That's where you're going to be saying, okay, now I am the one who's going to be teaching next after 1 year or 2 years. That's where you're now happy about these things. Your pay is definitely going to grow because now you're thinking about it because you got more skills. The later on you got opportunity, you can talk to the manager about it, and now you have more pay. You definitely can go for the advanced career because this is where you gain that experience and you basically gain on these skills. That's where you're telling other people that, look, I'm not at the entry-level person. I'm better than that. I'm providing you solutions. So when you start providing solutions, this is where you become an experienced IT professional. Okay, so I'm not gonna even talk about because these are all plus. So I hope you got some idea which one is the one that you should go for. So it's a combination of everything. Except this one. You can't have this one because in the beginning you won't have experience, right? It's going to be the combination of either certification and real world training or degree of real world training, or you can just go for the real world training first, try it out. If you got the job, then later on make your company pay for certification, make your company pay for degree. That is how smart people will do it in IT. IT should be done smart way, not the hard way. That's just, I tell everybody, you gotta be smart in IT. If you want to love IT, if you want to enjoy IT, if you want to make money in IT, you gotta be smarter than that. So how do you do this? This is where we are in this. This is gonna be like, okay, a lot of people say, oh, this is marketing and stuff like that. Okay, for some people it can be marketing. We have spent 5 years talking about this gray area, this problem that certification in colleges created, and we try to fix it. We are just trying to fix it. We haven't even fixed it fully, but at least in the entry-level career, we have done so much that people have probably, what can I say? You have to go to the site and all these, testimonials, all these articles, you have to read that. So let me take you to now some of the real-world stuff. So let me take you there. So now I took you basically to Indeed.com in a real world area. Like, if you want to go for help desk, you're going to type help desk in your area. You're going to put your zip code, and this is the amount of payment that there's 3,658 jobs over 25K. So that's a little lower, but in DC area, it's easily people can get from 35 to 60. 65 up will be pretty much high for help desk, but 35 to 60, I have known people with no experience coming from a different country, coming from different careers like army, and people have landed jobs around 50, 55, 45. Normally that people have landed these jobs in this area. So you see that when you go to these different type of description, every single description will have something different in there, and most of it you will see that they will say, or do you need A plus or equivalent experience, and some people will say, just come and we'll train you. You just need to have passion for it. And I tell a lot of people that even if they put you need to have A plus certification and you have something like different, like college degree or our type of certification or some some custom certification for somebody else, like somebody's like in your local area, please apply to these places. Don't just hold back. When people look at your resume and they see that how good of a training you got, they don't care about A plus anymore. That's the current trend these days. If I'm a manager, I look at your resume and I see that you have Active Directory, you have ticketing system, you have imaging, and all that kind of learning. I am going to ditch A plus for you and pick you, because I don't need to spend too much time teaching you stuff in a real world environment. This is not about theory anymore. Some people have done theory, that's great, but this is where people are stuck. So and other people that to make you happy, go to bls.gov. I'm not saying this that there's no academic requirement. They're saying this. On the job training, none. Work experience and related occupation, none. Still, this is the median pay that they have did a survey on it. So I'm not making this stuff up. This is something that people have done surveys on it, and they're putting this stuff out there. So there's you see, this is the only career in IT, the first entry-level career that you will not need an academic degree or anything like that. So that's why I tell people that don't think too much about A plus or degrees. If you're doing it, that's good. That's a plus sign. But if you haven't done it, then you should be doing something like what we're teaching. So what we're teaching right now is we're teaching that real world training, which nobody is training you this stuff, like help desk ticketing system, Active Directory user management, help desk entry level to specialist is the 80 plus hour course. All of this content is covering everything that you need in a real world. So this is not A plus anymore. A plus is a 10% of what we teach basically. So the way we teach A plus is like A plus is like a side thing. You need to just cover these labs and finish this, so then it looks good on your resume, and also you will learn some theory that we're not teaching. So that's just a 10%. But what about that real stuff? That the job related stuff that you need to learn. That's where when you come to our site, you have two ways to do it. You become a premium member, you buy the labs, and for the labs we pay, so then we ask our members that you have to pay. There's no way we can do that for free. But if you want to do it for free, on your main page you have more than 80 hours of content for free, and people have landed job just with this free content. We're just telling people that we're so big now that we cannot update this stuff. We have too many requests, too many members, that we want to give them more, like labs, like servers and things like that. We want to do more of that stuff. We want to make it more real training. So that's why we have stopped developing free content, and now everything is in the membership, premium membership. Think of this as like you're going to a real training and everybody is helping you step by step. It's not your online Udemy type of training where you have one course for $29 and you compare that with our courses. That's not a real comparison. The reason for that is that we spend too much time on a career and putting skills and putting everything in place, and it's not just one course, it could be 10 courses, 15 courses. So we do all that career services plus content creation plus giving you the labs and all that stuff getting together. This is exactly what you do in the college, but college is teaching you certification focused training. We're teaching you real world training. And the last option is live training, which is a little bit more costly, but that training is kind of like you train with me, another professional, for a few days, and then we route you, guide you to different type of courses, labs, and everything step by step, and at the end also give you internship hours. So yes, it is a little costly training, but this is for someone who is really in need of someone to teach them live, because not everybody likes self-paced training. There are people who want to do live training, and of course with that it requires more resources. It requires us to be with you, so it's a little bit more payment than premium membership. So you have all the options. You have free options, you have premium membership, you have live training. Now it's in your hands if you want to take that step. If not, then I suggest you also go to the colleges, ask people around you, maybe look into places they may provide like free training for A+. Everything can help you with landing a job. As long as you have passion for IT, you're still gonna land it. The things that you're seeing here, it just makes it easier for you to lower your stress, to learn more IT skills in a very short time, and you improve on that and then move on with your career. That is all we are doing in our platform. Get back to this. So basically, Anthony, I answered your question. You've probably seen this. That the whole video is kind of like related to your area. So please watch my video. Hey Danish, what's the difference between Office 365 and Azure? I'm gonna make another video for you. It's pretty much big, but Office 365 is kind of like built for users, where they can access their email, OneDrive, documents, project management, all the tools that are available to users, while Azure is more for administrators. We build servers on it, we build SQL on it, we build apps on it. Everything is kind of like ours. The IT side of people have access to Azure. Very rarely they will have something for users, but not like Office 365. So email stuff here, IT stuff here, okay? And even though IT stuff is here too in administration side, but that's just a web-based administration. Hey, what do you think and feel about Microsoft Cloud Azure for absolute beginner with no prior IT training, looking at how big companies and blah 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 moving to cloud? They're moving to cloud, so yes, definitely you should learn about cloud, like Cloud Azure or AWS. You should learn about it, but don't think that you're gonna learn about it as a beginner. You're gonna learn about it and you're gonna land a job in cloud as a cloud engineer. That you need to still start from something like help desk, system admin type of positions, because a lot of companies these days are hybrid and they're looking for people to move things to the cloud, right? So what are they going to look for? The people who are really good at moving things and understanding networks and migrations, and if there's an issue somebody needs to fix it. So yes, it's not going to be just you just jump into cloud. That's not going to work right now. Your answer, Ashok, I have actually asked somebody else, so I'm going to make maybe a different video on this one too, because this is a different side. I don't work as a data scientist, but a manager that I know actually told me that this is a pretty big topic, so I'm gonna see if I can grab someone and make a video for you on this one too. Thank you for watching this video. This video became very long. I apologize. I hope somebody learned from this. Thank you so much. And do come to our site, jobskillshare.org, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.